Yo, what's going on? It's Astonish. You're watching the Astonishingly Odd podcast. This is part 2 with our guy, Scendsei. You know what I'm saying? Get prepared. Sit back, relax, catch a contact. You dig? Let's get it.
The Astonishingly Odd podcast. Every Monday, 11:30 a.m. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's go. It's the OWD family. We gon' do our thing.
So we gonna get into a couple little topics and stuff. I might branch off and ask in some more shit just because.
Let's go.
Look, I like when we have guests that like I've known them for such a long time that I have like detailed information about things. It's
Let's
the best.
go.
It's the greatest. But first things first, man. Something that happened today, man. Somebody captured the flag. Pretty much.
What you mean?
We know who got
picked
the
him up?
number 1 pick for the draft.
Oh, do we?
It's Dallas, ain't it? Unless
I don't know. Is it Dallas?
no, they didn't do the draft yet. What are
No,
they talking
that's what
about?
I'm saying. Like, what the draft? Like, what? Like, when did this happen?
Okay, well, it's gonna happen.
I wish you would saw my face. I'm like, really?
It's gonna happen.
Right, the fact that we were just like, where's he going with the story?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, where you going
Bro.
with this? Like, did this happen for real?
I swore it happened, so I have a crazy premonition, so it's gonna happen.
So
Dallas
you're
is the
saying
premonition.
Dallas is going to be to get the number 1
Dallas
pick?
is gonna get number 1, and then the Spurs are gonna get number 2 pick.
That's crazy.
It's gonna happen. Watch.
Why
Watch.
Dallas, though?
Because, yo, something gotta make up for Nico Harris's mistakes.
Yeah.
If
Dallas.
they capture the flag, bro,
Yeah.
and they get Cooper,
Yeah.
all is forgiven.
Yeah, true. But still, though,
It'd be a
Cooper and Luka would have been crazy, dog.
Yeah, but because the thing is, what Cooper, what he played? Power forward?
I thought he played like small forward. Because he
He
brings the
might.
ball up, don't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess you can move him around.
Because, I
And
mean,
then
what's his face can play the point?
AD's gonna play power forward.
Yeah,
for
even
sure.
have AD play power forward, have him be a point forward and bring the ball up.
Yeah, because like Kyrie don't even really like to bring the ball up.
Kyrie
like
does
that.
not like to bring the ball up. And that's the weirdest thing, like with
He
point
is
guard
a
with
point
him.
guard, right?
Yeah, he is the point guard, but when
That's his
Luka was
job.
there, Luka
Yeah,
used to
Luka would
bring the
bring it
ball up.
But Luka
Yeah,
wasn't a
yes
point
sir,
guard.
yes
But
sir.
Luka wasn't, technically he was, though.
I mean, he acted like,
Like,
yeah.
didn't he have
No,
like a
he's-
point guard? Like, he was the point guard.
Luka
like,
is the point guard.
yeah, he's the point guard on
Yeah,
the team.
he's the point guard.
Kyrie was a shooting guard.
Yes,
yeah, but
plays
he
it too.
should have been the point guard.
Who, Kyrie?
Yeah.
Kyrie got the dribbles.
Yeah, but Kyrie
He
just
got handles, you know.
yeah, but he's not. He's more off the ball.
Yeah, really he is now. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I would have worked in Brooklyn if that would have worked out because James Harden's more of the point guard.
Yeah.
If you look at every situation, the only time like he was really point guard
Was with LeBron.
Cleveland.
Nah, not even because LeBron was bringing the ball up too.
And they had what's his face, didn't they? Too Shump. They had Shump bringing the ball up.
But I think the only place that he is the place where it really didn't work out, and that was in Boston.
Oh yeah,
Yep, that was in Boston.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But another thing that happened today, man, Tory Lanez got stabbed up in prison.
that's crazy too. Because you know what? I was seeing all this prayers up for Tory, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then we had to get to the pod, so I didn't get a chance to actually look it up. And then I went through the pod notes, and I was like, "Oh, that's Tory. That's what happened to Tory." So yeah, that's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Is he all right?
They say it's non-threatening injuries. but
Non-life threatening.
Yeah, non-life threatening injuries. But I guess he got stabbed up pretty bad because they had to rush him out of the prison to a civilian hospital.
Yeesh.
So I don't know what happened, but if you listen to his music, he not ducking no fades in there. He in GP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he out there with everybody. He be posting the pictures of he look swole. Like he been
Yeah.
just working out in there. You know what I'm saying? Working out and making music.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man,
And
what
that's-
can you do? You
They
know?
stopped him from doing that too. Like,
He just had put up a post saying that, you know, it may be some big major news coming in 2025. So I know he's alluding to maybe he might
Getting
get freed
out.
up. We'll see what's happening with that. But the other news is that he got another album dropping soon. That boy put out more albums in prison than niggas do in real life.
you
That's
know
just
what
out
too?
here.
And his engineer was trying to go over the process of how they do it without telling us how they do it.
Yeah.
Like,
like over the phone.
yeah, like how he really does have to like mix the hell out of that though, like to get those to sound like they do.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
That,
Like, I
this
can
stuff
imagine.
sounds like he's on a microphone at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
they took away the equipment that he had set up in there.
so now all he's doing is off a phone. Then.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know what he said? He was singing voice notes. That's what he said. He was singing voice notes, and then he would take the voice notes and he would mix the voice notes.
I mean, if you get one of those little cheapy phone mics, you're getting a direct feed. So, I mean,
I'm sure he can get anything in there too. It's Tory Lanez.
right. $20 versus $2,000 worth of gear. They're not going to care about a little, lavalier mic or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, and one of those CEOs is going to keister that anyway. So for the right price.
And he's still making bread out here. You putting out music. That music is generating money that you could just put. I mean, he ain't spending it on nothing now.
Yeah.
He can't like go buy a new car or nothing like that. Might
They
as
probably
well put
taking
it.
care of his crib though, or something like
Well,
that.
yeah,
still,
but
you know.
that's always happening whether he's in there or out of there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All his other expenses that he would probably be purchasing just being out here, he can't do that no
Yeah,
more.
like he doesn't need
So
no shame.
He don't
everything
need
could
no
go back
groceries
into the
and shit.
Yeah,
music.
you don't need no groceries.
Yeah, everything. I mean, sure, the
He
show.
ain't paying no heat bill, no water bill.
Sure, no, he's paying that because he got a kid and he got family that need to be in a household
Yeah, I
with
think they
heat and
probably at
water
his
and all that.
crib. I think they definitely at his
Yeah,
crib.
for sure.
Yeah.
But he ain't got all those other expenses. Sure, your show money slows up. Artists, that's where you make a lot of your bread is doing shows. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he's taking a hit right there, but just due to him not having the other expenses, it probably even out anyway.
Yep.
So prayers up to Tory Lanez, man. I don't know what happened, but hold your head, bro. And especially if you might get freed up, man, stay away from them the people that like to stab, man. Maybe you need to go and maybe you need to get out of GP or something for the remainder.
Right, yeah, for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? You proved your point, dog. Like, it's cool, dog.
Yeah, definitely.
You
Like,
don't need no more tough points.
you need to, he needs to like go somewhere where he can actually go sing. Cause I know at Cook County Jail they got like a studio on like Block D
Bro, they got R. Kelly singing at people's birthdays.
on the phone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He calling like R. Kelly singing happy birthday to somebody.
Oh, bro,
How much does it cost to get R. Kelly to do that? Like 20 bucks?
They're not like 10 bags of ramen.
Or they threatened to beat his ass. I'm just gonna beat your ass if you don't do it.
That's true. My cousin will get at you.
See, yeah. You know what I mean?
But I don't know. I think he might got a little bit of respect. Some people is just like, man, that's R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's gonna be. So I'm sure he got people there that's holding him down too.
You think people in jail are singing to him like feeling on your booty?
Singing
yeah.
to R. Kelly?
Yeah.
I'm sure they
I
clown
hope
him.
not, bro.
I'm sure. I
hope
mean, there's
they're
those types in there.
Well, yeah, it might be a booty monster.
A
That's
booty
that's
bandit.
A booty
bandit.
bandit that's talking about singing feeling on your booty to R. Kelly.
Feeling on your
That's crazy, dog.
Come and braid my hair.
Yo, hey, now that I think about it, he got the worst songs for prison.
Yes, bro.
100%, bro.
He got the worst.
Your
That's tough.
booty,
Bump and grind,
your
like, come on.
booty.
Yo,
Boo, 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 booty.
You know, I'll tell you this, like, since we're on R. Kelly, like, that was one of the hardest things to, like, break away from as a DJ.
Yeah.
Because when I would do, like, closing sets at a lot of spots, my last half hour was just, like, slow jams.
Slow
90s
jams.
slow jams.
Yeah.
And I would, like, rip through them. And, like, Bump and Grind was in there.
Bump and Grind was the one late night DJ song that always
Hit.
hit.
It
Always.
just always hit. Like, it would always work.
Or the remix of Feeling on Your Booty.
Yeah.
Did you notice when it stopped like hitting?
Well, I just stopped playing it.
Yeah, it's just,
okay.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, it was-
I'm a white
something
guy.
to play.
I can't pull
I
up.
don't even think that, like, I don't think most places, especially now, maybe when it was fresh, it's different, but I think a lot of people still play R. Kelly music.
Well, I
bro.
mean, that's like, I mean, you could say the same about Mike Jackson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of artists out there. And that's where, like, that conversation of separating the artist from
Yes.
personality, you know, their
Yup.
personnel comes in. But,
Are y'all still playing Diddy?
oh,
yes.
no.
I play Diddy.
No.
You gonna play?
But the thing is, I haven't played
I don't-
like
yeah.
I just personally I haven't played like no Diddy stuff.
You gonna
And-
play
I'll tell you like this.
5 a.m. in Tokyo, whatever that song is that he got with Daddy K.
Nah, but I'll play the
Mace
back
stuff?
and forth Mason Diddy stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
that
Like,
could still pass.
been around the world, all of that. Like, yeah, bro, I'll play that. I'll play and the Mace stuff. Like a lot of times,
Even knowing that that he parties with the Packers.
well,
You still gonna play Diddy knowing that he parties
well,
with the
I
Packers.
just found out today off of your shirt that he parties
I didn't know
with the
that.
Packers. This is new information. It's changing my mind on certain things. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll say this, man. Shout out to the digital era of DJing.
Yeah.
I would skip every Diddy verse, especially More Money, More Problems.
Oh,
I play
yeah.
the intro and
Go right to the-
BIGPOPPA all day.
Yeah.
I'm skipping his verse every rip.
The thing with me with those with that stuff is like all of those things like matter to me at a point in time in my life. You know what I'm saying? So trying to erase this verse or something like that is erasing a piece of history for me. Because especially for me coming up and trying to do music, those are things that inspired me. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear those things, I don't think about that person.
Sure.
I think about a moment in time for me that it relates to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm able to separate it. Now, the people that aren't, I don't knock you for, oh, I can't listen to this no more. That's your own thing.
I
That's
always
how you
skipped
feel.
him for years pre that.
Yeah.
You know, I've been DJing for 20
Yeah,
plus
I
years. I,
mean,
just thought he was a cornball.
Diddy
so I was
didn't
like, I'm
have-
not even gonna play this
There
because
you go,
again, I was
bro.
a hip hop
There
kid,
you go.
backpack kid. I was about lyrics.
Diddy didn't
Yeah.
have the strongest verses. and
Never.
stuff, but that was never his strong suit
Exactly.
anyway. You
So
know
that's
what
why I
I'm
would
saying?
skip it.
Yeah, he was more of a
He was the
behind the
A&R.
scene producer, A&R, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Diddy, I don't know what's going on with you. You just declined the plea deal.
You sure did. He's about to face judge.
So we'll
Get
see.
into the
What,
court.
I don't know if it's a smart move or a dumb move. They was gonna hit him over the head with some years anyway, regardless.
Yeah. They
So
say
maybe
it's just for men that came in either, and he's all great.
he grade up.
Yep.
Well, a lot. Listen,
You
if
can't see him because you know they all closed, and the trial starts today, right?
No, they just made
it's-
that decision that he's gonna actually go through with it.
I thought the trial was still starting on the 12th.
No, it's gonna take a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
He's got to
Yeah.
face his demons.
I think a lot of
'cause I'm
people.
just waiting for that new Mace album to come out. That's all.
He not dropping that.
he
He's
said
just
he
talking.
was.
He talking. He ain't dropping that. But I think a lot of people, if they went to jail, you just end up seeing their true colors. Did you see that Rocco mugshot?
Oh yeah, yeah, bro.
Yeah, that
Bro,
was
like,
wild.
but that's the thing though. Like you can't even how bad even DJ Khaled was looking bad for a second. Like you.
Well, they
He's
are.
another
They,
cornball though.
they,
you know?
they
I
are.
don't know. Just
they-
let it go. I guess you know what I'm saying. Like, do you have to get the hair blackened to make yourself look
I mean,
cooler or younger or
they
something
all
like that?
been rewinding it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, y'all
That's that
50,
Fat
so
Joe
we know
one?
y'all old and shit.
But they're about the
Yeah,
image
wow.
though.
Yeah,
you know,
true,
like when your ego takes over and you stick to that image. I mean, we know Khaled came up as a DJ, but he sucked.
Yeah.
There's videos of him not only getting records being picked for him, and not because he's doing crazy routines and doesn't have the time.
Just 'cause he doesn't know.
He just doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was a crappy DJ to begin with, so he's smart.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not gonna
like
knock his
capitalize,
intelligence.
capitalize, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I got some money. Let me get the best artists in the game, put 4 of the hottest, biggest rappers on one song,
yeah.
and we the
Yeah.
best.
I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta
Like,
respect DJ Khaled's
100%.
grind,
I-
but the DJ part of it, I get why DJs look at that like, what? It's like DJ academics.
I was just gonna say it's like
bro,
academics.
Yeah, drop that from your name, bro.
You not a DJ,
Nah, you're a
bro.
cornball too.
He said he DJ'd in college.
Yeah,
sure he did.
I heard him say that too, but
I
that's
just
not
never
what
seen or heard him DJ.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
that's
DJ
not what
in
you
college
known
and in
for.
high school though.
Indeed,
You know what I
brother.
mean?
it's not what you known for, brother. Like at all.
I don't even think I've ever seen a video clip of him DJing, even
neither.
in college or anything like that. Like they said, for him to be DJ academics, right now, I've never seen him touch turntables.
I would
ever.
I would hate to hear his set list.
I would love to know what it would be. It's probably gonna be a whole bunch of drilling.
It's
Or
gonna
like a
be-
Drake
It's
tribute.
gonna have
Yeah,
Drake,
Drake
in there.
tribute
or a
Drake
bunch
gonna
of
be in
drill
there for
music.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in other news, man, for Mother's Day, right? We all been supporting our mothers. We all been acknowledging the mothers in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. But for Mother's Day, Lil Wayne kicked his longtime girlfriend and her daughter out of his house, and he broke up with her over text.
Ooh.
So I guess he had the assistants come in there and tell her, like, you gotta get your stuff. You
Hey,
gotta
he
get
sent
up
the
out of
assistants
Yeah,
in,
bro.
Yeah, because he wasn't there. He sent the text out, hey, it's over, shorty. And they've been dealing with each other for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? So then she got on the camera.
She looked dumb too doing that. Like she should have just definitely not have gone on any type of social media with the camera and explain yourself.
And then she said she was gonna go back there later that night to really see what's up.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
She was like,
dog?
he uprooted me from New York. Like, why would you do that?
And then she said, and then I know for a fact he got 2 girls he's flying out
He's
here
putting
tonight.
hands on.
No, but
She said he put
I know
hands on
that
too.
before she said he got 2 girls he's flying in tonight. I already know, and I don't know what other plethora of women that he got coming over there too.
Plethora.
But he said he put his hands on me, and I know other girls that he put his hands on too.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't like when people come out with those type of allegations when something's going bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it make me question the legitimacy of it. You know
Then
what I'm
you
saying?
got your daughter A-man in the background of the video. This is mad, like just bad taste. Like
Yeah, she was diddying it up.
it was so poorly. It was just such a poor choice in taste, like to even do anything like that. It's like, look, man. If you got kicked out the crib and broke up with, the last thing you need to be doing is telling the world you got kicked out the crib and broke up with by Lil Wayne. Like no one, first off, no one cares. Like what does that have to do with me? But number 2, like how does that help you out?
It's kind of bogus on Mother's Day, I ain't gonna lie. But the thing is, there's nothing wrong with what he did. Like, he broke up with her, and she's not his wife.
Right.
And he said, you're no longer welcome in my crib.
Go
you know what I'm
home.
saying? Yeah, you gotta get up out of there. I know it sucks, but you gotta get up out of there. Shorty, what you wanna do?
That's all I was saying, bro. It just looked mad suspect. Like it was just stupid. Did you watch the video? Bro, when you watch that video, you're just gonna be like, wow, what's the point of you even putting this video out? Like, I guess to get motherfuckers like us to talk about it, but it's like, why?
Hey, you ever broke up with someone and had to get up out your crib?
Thank God I haven't. Thank God I have not. Yeah, I'm about to say that's a Javi special. That's a Javito special right there.
That's tough.
He knows exactly what to do with that one.
It's awkward. It's awkward. It takes
You
a
gotta
while.
come back. You gotta come back in the crib. You know, she know that you want to go, but she's still there.
She left her favorite lotion.
Why it's
That she
taking
wants
so
to get
long?
back.
Didn't I tell you to leave last
Why
week?
is it taking so long?
I think about lotion.
I thought you was close to your sister. Like, why don't you? You'll never leave now.
No, that's
Oh,
hilarious,
man.
B.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yeah,
Hey, shout out to you. I don't even remember what your name is. I know she does like some modeling and shit. Like she be on
gotta be
Sports
fine.
Illustrated and stuff like that.
Nobody cares. And I was just like, it doesn't matter. That was just terrible.
All right, man. Damn, I didn't even know we talked about the Diddy rejects a plea deal. I
we
forgot
can't
it was
do
on the
that.
topic
What's
list.
this? Talk to me about this academics thing. What is this?
Okay, so this is how it go, man. It's a like sequence of events. So basically, it started off with academics saying, "Yo, for this tour that Kendrick got going on, they not selling out no seats. It's just mad empty in there. Like, I think it's empty in there because the people that support Kendrick." They broke. The people that go see Kendrick, they ain't got no lineups. Like, they ain't got no money. Like, they can't afford this tour, this stadium tour. Like, they broke. That's why the crowds ain't there. It's empty. And the people that's in there, they ain't showing no type of emotion. They not singing along to your songs. Like, it's not. They just looking at you. So basically, that's where academics was coming from. So Lauren LaRosa, she's part of the Breakfast Club. She got into the whole little debacle with what's her name?
Just hilarious.
Just hilarious. And Corey Holcomb calls her less hilarious.
Less.
I always want to shout that out. Shout out to Corey Holcomb.
Shout out to Corey Holcomb.
But she chimed in and she went on Twitter. She added him and everything because she went to the New Jersey show for Kendrick. And she was like, oh, nah, he capping. It's all type of people in here. Everybody singing along. So I don't know what this guy is talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Why did he go then? Like, himself.
Why didn't he go to the show?
Yeah, he lives in Jersey, doesn't he? Is he from
Because
Jersey?
he's the ops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he could never like.
He's compromised.
Yeah, he could never do that.
Yeah, he's
a Drake.
compromised.
He's a Drakean.
I saw a video online actually yesterday or 2 days ago, and I don't know if it was Dodger Stadium or somewhere West Coast, but they had like tailgating available for the Kendrick show.
Shit. Damn.
And people were doing videos, and you can hear how loud the crowd was singing along.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
So that is bull. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
shit.
Like,
It's one of those things that, like, if you go on the internet and you try to search up your argument for something, you'll always find it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You'll always find something that supports your argument. So I think he's seeing something. He must be seeing footage or videos from when they filling up. Like the stadium not even on yet. You know what I'm saying?
Sound check.
It is what it is. But then so after Lauren LaRosa goes on her little Twitter thing, Academic starts going in on her live stream. So he comments something on Twitter like, yo, what is you talking about? Come with some receipts. And then he went on his live and then he started like, I heard he was calling her out her name and stuff. I ain't see it personally because I can only digest so much of Academic content.
Especially when he off the Henny.
Yeah, especially. But so he going crazy on him. So after that, Treasure Wilson, she's on the It Is What It Is podcast with Mason Cam. Mm-hmm. And she chimed in on Twitter and he said, yo, why all of this over her saying that, what are you talking about? Like the stadiums is packed. Like,
She was there. She could speak.
yeah, like why you trying to go so crazy? I think you need a vacation, Act. That's all she said. And then Academics responded to her.
Oh God.
And he is like, yo, who are you even? He's like, I will go in on you, but I got a lot of respect for Mason Cam. Just stay in a woman's place.
Hey, this guy's all over the place.
Right?
whoa.
So what Mason Cam say?
So then the It Is What It Is podcast, they put up a post and it was like, oh, out of all of the posts that was on Twitter, you decided to respond to Treasure Wilson, huh? He was like, well, I'm going to let you know right now, don't come over here for none of that because we standing on business over here and this is your final warning. So then Ack responded to that.
Oh God, no.
And he said, bro, like, don't give me no warnings. If you gonna swing, then just swing. Cause I'm ready for all of
He
that.
safely typed that up in his computer.
Nah, you know
Keyboard
what?
warrior.
He was off the Henny.
You know what? With Academics, I think so many times he's gotten away with saying things to people that's supposed to be dangerous, right? And nothing happens to him. And nothing's gonna happen to him because they know if something happens to him, he's gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so you can't even handle it. It's too much to lose in that situation. So he's been getting away. And now he feels like he has some type of bulletproof vest on
Yeah.
or something. Like he's coming at Lil Baby. He coming at Meek Mill. Like all these guys, bro. And like he tough.
Yeah, he definitely be coming at Meek Mill.
You know what I'm saying? And like if you're just thinking about it logically, right? If you have something to lose, why would you even put yourself in that position? You just gonna let the guy talk.
He's friends with the police.
Let the guy talk. But something gonna end up happening. So you're gonna run across the wrong person that don't really care about losing nothing, and then they gonna show him what's up.
Okay.
Karma always makes its way, man.
I 1000% agree with you, and I'm waiting for it. I just thought Vic Mensa was gonna do it, but he didn't.
But you made a good point,
I
though.
thought he was definitely gonna do it.
Like, there's too much at stake. You know,
There's
he's
too
gonna
much.
he's
It
gonna
is.
run his mouth, and you know that's how he protects himself.
Yeah.
I
So-
actually really like the way that Vic Mensa handled that situation because he did it with intellect. You know what I'm saying? And he did it in a way where it's like he didn't try to get all crazy or nothing like that. He just let them know, look, this is you talking about people in a city where I'm from that live this certain type of lifestyle, and you're like kind of like you're feeding the fire. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You're
Right.
making things worse out here. You know, people are dying because of you.
Right.
That's a whole nother story, man. I mean, that's his claim to fame. But moving on to other things, man, is Draymond Green an angry black man?
He's just a old nigga.
Damn, man, that's racist. But
I'm black.
Is a very angry.
I'm black. How's that racist? I can't be racist against my own people, bro. Like, come on, man.
You can't be
shocked me a little bit.
You
It
can't
shocked
be Uncle Ruckus.
Or I could be, well, no, I'm more of a, what is it, what's the dude, the black-white supremacist.
Yeah, the black
Black blind white supremacist.
Yeah,
Chappelle.
yeah. I'm
Still an amazing skit.
Yes, I'm
Oh
more
my
like him.
God,
That's so
hilarious.
amazing.
It is, man.
So amazing.
Yeah, but Draymond, he's been like he reminds me of Dennis Rodman back in the 90s and shit. That used to just agitate people. He was like the muscle. There's so many videos of him just kneeing people in the balls and stepping on them, and it's just unnecessary violence. But that's who he is, and he's always been that person. It's not like he got older and continued it. He just got less focused on the basketball lately.
I think the more his skill is diminishing because he's getting older,
the more he's
the
relying
more
on just
his
fighting.
antics is just like you see it all the time now. Well, I believe like certain sports teams, you're supposed to have enforcers there. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that. That's cool. But the way that he does it sometimes, like even after this last altercation, did y'all see what this stems from? Mm-hmm. Basically, it was a play. I forgot who it involved. Was it Nas Reed? I think it was Nas Reed. So he comes and like, he acts like he got fouled or something, and he tried to like flail his arms away and just completely smack this dude in the face.
Yeah.
Flagrantly.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, like, dude, he fell out and everything, and he's like, now because people are like, yo, are you so unhinged? Now he going up and saying the media trying to portray me as the angry black man,
And he said he's very intelligent and smart.
which he is. That's true. But two things could be true. It don't make you an angry black man, but nobody said that but you. It came out your mouth.
5
Chris said
technical
that too.
fouls make you an angry black man in one playoff. 5
one
technical
playoff?
fouls
Wow.
in this playoffs.
I
He's
mean,
had.
He needs some therapy.
that might not be even
Good
his.
hug.
That might not even be his his record.
Yeah, that may not even be a record for him for playoffs either. Like him having 5 technical fouls in 1 year playoff.
He's chasing his own record.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. It's crazy.
And remember that game that he got suspended for because he was over the limit.
Oh yeah. Damn. Yeah.
So I mean, this is your makeup. This is who you are,
or
so,
who you've been portraying yourself to be for so many years.
Exactly. So you can't now look at everybody else like, why y'all looking at me like this? Now you in your regular life, you might be totally different. That just might be how you play the sport. But how you play the game, people gonna look at that and they're gonna think certain things of you. Like everybody has thoughts about Bill Laimbeer. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he takes that in stride. He knows what he was. Nobody calling him an angry white man.
Nah.
Like, those words came out your mouth, Draymond. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said that but you, because that's how you're interpreting it. But really, you just unhinged, bro. You need to, I think it's because your skill is diminishing. I still think you got to be an enforcer, but you got to cut it out with some of the antics.
I say we just label him on the court because he might, like to your point, he might just be a really nice guy off the court. I knew this coworker that we used to play with. He was a complete dirtbag on the court. Outside the court, hey, good morning, how you doing? Very nice, nicest guy.
Bakes apple pies and
Right.
stuff, right?
It was just on the court, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
So that might be Draymond's case.
I mean, you ask LeBron. That's his boy.
And I think too, like the majority of people know these folks for what they do
On TV.
in the spotlight.
Right.
Correct.
They
So
did.
it's hard to not kind of create that judgment or stereotype or just personality trait about that person based off of what you always see them as. We don't see them in their private space.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So
But-
it's like very easy to be like, yeah, like with you mentioned Rodman, like Rodman was crazy too, but like if you watch the documentaries about him, you kind of get a better understanding of where his anger came from, why he was so emotional. And I don't say that just because he played for the Bulls and was
Yeah.
amazing, you know, but like he also showed up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if he was flying to the floor, it's because he was diving for a loose ball
Yeah.
or like really did get punched in the gut or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like someone really did foul him.
For sure. It was a basketball play.
Sure.
Which that's why I don't compare him to Draymond, because Rodman was never like a dirty player like that. He just hustled.
He used to get in people's heads though on purpose.
He
He played a
100%.
mental game,
He
and
was
I feel like
great at
Draymond
that.
does
He
that.
kicked the photographer in the balls.
He did.
He
but
did
that
a
was
couple dirtbag things.
Yeah,
Like
but,
dirtbag
but
things, too.
not to Draymond level.
No.
Even when he was on the Bad Boy Pistons, he wasn't the top bad boy.
No, because we all know Rodman for his legacy as just a strong defender at the end of the day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, yeah, we know him for being wild too, but it's like we can attribute those technical fouls and all that other stuff to just his personality.
Yeah.
Versus like these conversations about like a Draymond Green where
Yes,
it's just
sir.
like a little different.
Now, Isaiah Stewart, that's an angry black man.
Oh God, yeah.
That's an angry black man. If I ever seen one, the way he was running after LeBron.
Hey, yeah, for real, dog.
Yo, bro, that Draymond, you pale in comparison, brother. Isaiah Stewart, that's a real bad boy piston right there.
Bro,
What's up?
speaking of angry dudes, I just looked at this video. Why is Nick Young and Kenyon Martin getting into it, dog?
Okay.
Like, what is this? Like,
Okay, Kenyon Martin, that happened
Kenyon
on.
looked like he was ready to smack the shit out of
Yeah,
Smacky
it
Pete.
happened on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, Gil's Arena. What happened was they were talking about, it was a moment where they were trying to talk about Popovich. And Kenyon Martin's talking about how he highly respects Greg Popovich and everything that he means to him personally. So while this is going on, I guess Nick Young is on the opposite side of the room.
Okay.
He's like, check this out.
Nah, but before he did that, he was just talking. So he's talking while Kenyon Martin's trying to talk, having this moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, about Popovich.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could see he stops like the conversation, and it kind of like, man, is he thinking about something? And then he says, and then Kenyon says, my fault. Like, I'm trying not to tell Nick to shut the fuck up right now. And then Nick was like, he starts doing the shit that Javy was doing. Go ahead, Javy, show him.
Like, yo, man, look.
So he started doing that to Gil, you know what I'm saying? And
what is he trying to show him on the phone?
No, but Kenyon was like, yo, we don't care about what the fuck is on your phone. Like, I'm having a serious moment right now. You always trying to play around. And then he said something, he tried to joke it off.
Yeah.
And
Gilbert Arenas was like scared to look at the phone at this point.
Yeah.
He was just
Yeah,
like not trying to be involved.
Gil was like, nah, like, I'm trying to pay attention over here, brother. And then Kenyon Martin was like, you always playing these little ass kid games, bro. You need to grow up.
It was funny because he was telling Gil, it's like, man, don't be scared to look.
Right, yeah.
Gil was just like, I'm not looking.
Because Gil know Kenyon Martin is a beast, bro. He don't take no shit
and
from
then
nobody,
Kenyon Martin
bro.
just kept telling him, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like, shut the
Just
fuck
shut
up.
the fuck
And then so now Nick Young, he's tight now. Like, are you telling him to shut the fuck up? He's like, nah, like, what is, go ahead. Just
Go
continue
ahead,
your
keep talking,
point.
keep talking, man. Don't worry about me.
And he said, shut the fuck up. And
You
then
shut the
he's
fuck
like,
up.
man, I ain't gonna shut the fuck up. Like, who is you talking to? I ain't about to shut the fuck up. He's like, I'm talking to you. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, man, just keep talking about whatever you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yo, this is
Bro,
wild.
it was crazy. And then, the guy that they got hosting it, he was like, he's trying to end it. So he just, they put the smoke out and shit.
Yeah.
And then they just, all right, y'all, thanks again,
What, now,
Lorena.
is that what they do at the end of their pod? Is they shoot smoke?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or if is that just something that, because I was looking at that like, why is this smoke popping up behind these two guys?
I don't
Arguing.
think I've ever watched, and I like the podcast, man. Shout out to Gil's Arena, but I've never watched it in its entirety to know if that's just what they do or if they were just trying to make a distraction.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
it
saying?
looked like to me. Like they were trying to make a distraction to get these guys to stop doing whatever
I
they were
want to
doing.
know what happened after the pod. Like,
Yes.
who got the B-roll?
Yeah, who got that behind the
I'm not
scenes?
messing with Kenyon Martin, dog. Like we grew up on Kenyon Martin. I know, like that's a strong dude, bro. Like I'm not. If I'm Swaggy P, I'm probably gonna let that one go, bro.
Yep.
Like you know.
Yeah, so
He was trying to move on quick as hell. Like,
Did
yo,
y'all
let's keep
see-
talking. Go ahead. I don't care, man. Just keep talking.
Did y'all see the Gilbert Javarish Critterson Untold?
No.
Amazing. It's about when they brought the guns into
To
the
the
locker
arena?
room.
Oh, really?
It's all about that and what happened after that, which I did not know. All of this triggered that.
What was that word you said?
What?
What's it called?
He was talking about the other person.
Oh,
Oh yeah, like though how everything triggered.
okay.
I forgot his name. His name was like Javarish Critterton or something like that. But end up, long story short, man, dude ended up doing like 10 years, man.
Javaris?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
After
crazy.
this, first off, he couldn't get put back on another basketball team. He went like all overseas and all of that stuff.
He must be mad as hell about John Morant.
He got robbed twice when he came home. The second one triggered him. He went looking for some niggas with a gun. Shot at dude that he thought that did it. Hit the wrong person. Hit her in the leg. She dies.
Damn.
In the leg?
Hit like the main artery.
Yep.
Wow.
She dies. He goes to jail for manslaughter. Like supposed to do 23 years.
That's crazy.
His whole life changed, bro. Like he was
On some vengeance shit.
This is crazy. So he said he always felt like a certain way about Gil.
Because Gil came out fine.
Because he said he felt that Gil was playing too much on this, with that situation. Because Gil had like 2 charges on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't go around shooting people.
Well, no, he brought 2 guns to the.
Yeah.
He brought a
did
Desert
that.
Eagle. He told you the gun too.
Yeah.
He says a tiger striped Desert Eagle. It's something else. He
gave
said
the manufacturer-
He lays him on Critter, whatever his name is, seat. He was like, he's not gonna know what this means. So he goes back and writes a letter to him and puts it on his seat so he knew who the guns came from.
Side note, speaking of letters, did we all see how Trump tried to send Yale University
yes.
a letter and they sent it back with
Corrected?
proofreading?
Yeah.
So yeah, I forget what it was about. It's about some dumb shit that
It
he's always
was
trying to do.
actually Linda McMahon.
Okay.
Oh, she's
It's-
like a governor, right?
No, she's the Secretary of Education.
Oh my God.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they sent it like how they do it in grade school with the red pen and just completely
Yeah, they went crazy on
just
it.
grammar corrected his whole letter. It was awesome. That's how you do that. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I love that.
That's
Cold as school, man.
great.
It's cold. It's
Yeah.
cold
That's
blooded.
grade A treatment
That is
right there.
perfect. That is the clapback of the century right now, 2025 right now.
The Astonish and the Odd podcast. Every Monday, 11:30 a.m. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's go.
Man, we got a new pope, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I heard the Pope used to eat at Fuddruckers, apparently.
Man, he from the city, boy.
About to
The Pope used to eat Aurelio's pizza
we're about to get baptized in
by my house.
beef sandwich juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my Jew, yeah.
That's crazy. It's the first from the U.S., right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
first American pope, and he's from like Dalton.
Yeah, he's from Dalton.
Yeah, his brother went on record saying, so the rumor started that he was a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
And his
Yeah.
brother went on WGN and was like, first off, he's a Sox fan, which
Yeah.
the videos came out about him being at the final game at the World
Yeah, I
Series.
seen the
Yeah.
picture of him
Yeah.
at the White Sox game
Yeah.
with a White Sox jersey.
Yeah, and then he was like, and he's not from Chicago, he's from Dalton.
Yeah, he's from Dalton.
Yeah.
Chicago always cuts everybody out from suburbs.
hey,
Like,
shout
you ain't
out
from
to-
Chicago, but all of a sudden now it's like, oh, that's Chicago.
Nah,
that's
because they
Chicago.
claim the ones like Dwayne Wade ain't from Chicago.
He's from Robbins.
But we claim the ones that are the ones.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
you know who I'm mad at? I'm mad at New Orleans. Fuck them. Because they come out of nowhere talking about, well, yeah, you know, he has roots. He has roots in New
Tag
Orleans.
on.
Like, no, the nigga is born in Dalton. Like, no, he doesn't. He has one root. His grandparents or somebody else grew up there, but no, his mother was born in Chicago.
Yep.
He was born in Chicago.
You know what? Dalton needed some good press.
Yeah,
They
he
sure did. They sure did.
Oh my God! Did you see the Dalton mayor respond to Larry Legend?
Nah.
It was something about like the Dalton, like saying something like the Pope is from Dalton. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess Tiffany got something up, or something he said.
Yeah.
And then she just came back, was like, "Yep, I got bigger and better things coming on the horizon." I'm like, this woman just will not leave, bro. Like she is with the shits for real,
Can
bro.
we all just shout out Chicago for having no chill with the memes?
Oh man,
I,
bro.
like, I
they're
love
great.
it. They've been incredible.
Some guy
They've
has
been
an
so
all-white
good.
Sox jersey with the Pope hat, like right here
Has the
over his
crest?
chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
That's fire.
It's fire though. Like it was cold. Like
That's
I was like, I
crazy.
would definitely rock
Well,
one.
the Sox won that game Like
they?
immediately after he got announced, like the very next day, the Sox played and they won.
Think
about
about
to be a
that, though.
miracle.
Can he ever go to a Sox game again?
Yes.
No, he can't because they're usually in glass.
Yeah.
Oh,
They gotta
yeah.
protect that. He's too
They get
famous now.
bulletproof glass everywhere they go, bro.
Yeah.
Like, then they gonna put a bulletproof glass or bulb around him.
Man.
Yeah, no, it's too much now.
He'll probably
he's
make
too
it
known.
happen.
Like, he's gonna want a Aurelio's pizza. That's his favorite pizza. Like,
Yeah,
how is he
bro.
gonna get
Like,
Aurelio's?
come on, man. You can't be from here and then just he about to shake it up over there.
Cause bro, look, he gotta have some tavern style pizza, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Roman pizza is not good.
Yo, you know how we got the Italian map on the pizzas? One of the
Yeah.
memes was like, "This is the perfect Pope. He already knows the land."
Exactly.
I like the
Yeah.
one that was like, oh, this is how he prays. He's gonna be like, oh my lord.
My thing is that man ain't drank no Malort in his life. He might have had an old style now, but I don't know about no Malort yet.
Oh, my
Portillo's location alert.
Yeah. Oh,
Yo,
man.
they're so good. The Vatican City will have all types of new restaurants soon. Because I'm sure, like, I'll be like, look, man, ain't no way in hell you finna have me here for the rest of my life and I can't get a beef sandwich nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't have like
That's
Chicago
tough.
tavern style pizza. I can't have. He can't even go get like a Maxwell Street.
Yeah.
Ever again, bro. Like,
That's the new
some
communion.
of that shit is cool, but some of that shit I would rather not be the Pope for.
Well, yeah, being the Pope was never on my bucket list.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
Yo, and everywhere they go is a big thing too, because this in Guadalajara, when I go to Mexico, there's like this church that got the Pope John Paul II statue, and they're like, oh, back in '92 he was here.
You think
There's,
he'll
like,
ever come to Chicago?
That's what I'm
Think he ever
wondering. If
come
he ever
back?
comes to Chicago, they're gonna put like a statue up or something.
I think he should come back.
Hey,
I think he should.
Didn't the last Pope like lick a kid or something?
Yeah, the Catholic Church has a lot of bad records. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's on
I'm
video.
about to say a Pope licking a kid is not
It's
the
like
greatest thing.
it's like
to put
on
together
video.
either. You know what I'm
Was he
saying?
like trying to baptize them or something? Like,
Bro, look, I'll send you the
He's
video
spinning
clip,
his
bro.
eyes, I think.
no,
Like,
that
if
was a
he's
different.
blind.
That was a different priest. It was a.
Oh, that was a Nigerian priest. My bad.
He's cool though.
Nah, this was like 2-3 years ago or something like that, bro. Like he licked a kid or something, like on the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were like at like the long table and like having the
Yeah.
dinner,
Yeah.
and he went to hug him, and then like after that, instead of like kissing the kid's forehead, which would have been cool,
Kind of normal.
yeah, kind of normal, right? But like he straight licked him on the side of the. It was just like,
Bro,
okay, I don't know, bro.
Maybe he had like a little jelly there or something.
Yeah,
Licked
so,
off.
okay, you know,
leftover right there.
I don't know. I would have been if I was that kid. I would have said, "Put that nigga back in the glass, bro."
put it back in the glass.
Like, what is he doing,
Put
bro?
that fish back in the bowl.
Yo, who put this on the topic list? Prophecy of Malachi that predicted.
Yo, did you see that? Did any of y'all click on that?
Can you read it for me? Like what?
Prophecy of Malachi.
Uh-huh.
All right, so a long
That-
time ago.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I heard about this already. Like, there's only one space left, and the world's supposed to be dead, right? I mean, the world's
Basically,
supposed
the
to be
prophecy of Malachi was this prophet a long time ago around the Nostradamus age, where he predicted all of the popes that would like go in order.
Yeah.
He predicted there was going to be 112 of them. And then he kind of predicted it was like written in such a way that it was like a riddle, like, oh, the 108th pope will be from the rivers of Tigerius, and like you said, they trace back the lineage of that pope, and they're like, oh, his family originated from this area right here. Another one was like, oh, this pope is gonna be the pope of the moon, the number 118th or whatever. And then they go back and like, oh, he was born during a solar eclipse. So it's like started hitting a little bit. He didn't hit all of them, but the thing about that prophecy is he predicted only 112. And after that, he wrote, then the last pope will be during the times of turmoil. There's going to be wars. There's going to be a lot of betrayal. The false prophet's going to show up and lead the people. Yeah.
Yep.
And people, the fake Christian or the fake Israelites are going to believe him. And that'll be the end. And basically what happened is the last pope that just died was pretty much the last one. So
There's only one spot left.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. So on top of that, there's like they have like the wall of fame, for lack of better terms, where every pope has their picture on like this wall. There's literally only one frame
They ran
spot
out.
left,
Yeah.
and that's for the
That's for this pope.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. It's
And
kind
they
of
said
crazy.
too, they
That's
also
wild.
said that one of the popes also, I think one of the popes also said that it'll be 2,000 years plus Jesus's birth, the years that he was alive.
Yeah.
So they're saying like around anywhere between 2027 and 2033 is the ending of the world now.
So
What happened to Y2K?
we basically here we go another another end of the world
Easier times.
thing.
You know what I mean? Like, what
I
happened
can
to
handle a
Y2K?
computer crashing.
Exactly.
At least now you could buy your bunkers off of Amazon.
Yeah, you can. You can at least buy a bunker off of Amazon
Just think
for
about
sure.
that though. Like, you know, like you got bunkers available to you like next day delivery.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like
right.
that's
man.
wild, bro.
Man.
All I'm
Wild
saying is
times.
you better buy them now before
Get your
it gets
solar
closer.
panels, get your greenhouses.
Battery power, solar panels, battery,
I
solar
don't
power
know. All
lights.
them people that bought stuff for Y2K and it was mad the day after. Them niggas are not buying anything. They're like, you're not gonna get me twice.
Yeah, for
It
real.
happened again in like 1990. Oh, that was Y2K, but
Yeah, it was
wasn't that
Y2K.
2012 was another one where it was like
Was
the
it?
Astor calendar supposedly also like ended in 2012.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there was a lot of 2012 talk. It was gonna be the end of the world. So now this is another one where it's the end of the world now because it's the last pope.
That's crazy. Yeah, I heard that one. I've heard that a lot too. And like I didn't catch it like Dre said. I didn't catch it really like until you said it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely heard this because they were talking about like specifically what you were saying too, said about how like the last
Circle is here.
it was and it's this guy. And why is he like a different name? Wasn't
Leon
like
the
all of
14th,
them?
they always take a different name. They take like a name of a saint. So they're born with a name, obviously. They go by a name. But then when they become pope, they kind of change their name. Kind of like Jesus changed Simon's name to
So
Peter.
I can't call
think.
him Bob no more.
No, his name is Leon the 14th.
It's
Yeah.
Leon.
You
Leon.
gotta
His
embody it.
name is not Leon,
Pope.
it's Leo.
Pope, he went by Leon. I
It's
think
not
it's Leon. Look it up.
man. Leon is ribs.
I've been saying Leo.
Leon is ribs in Chicago. It's Leo.
Yo. Let's look it up.
It's Leo.
That's great.
If it's Leon, that is the blackest Pope name ever.
He's invited to the barbecue.
He's definitely invited to the barbecue. He probably has a great smoking
Oh, you're right. It's Leo.
technique.
Yeah, it's Pope Leo.
Yeah, I'm about to say, man, Leon, Pope Leon.
Yeah, it's
You know
Pope
what it is?
Leo.
I think in Spanish, I heard they call him Leon.
Dude, they probably call him Leon. Yeah. That makes sense.
You think he's gonna get mild sauce sent to the
Oh,
Vatican?
absolutely. He gonna need some hell chicken mild sauce for sure.
Absolutely.
Chicago style
That's why I
hot
said he's
dogs,
just gonna have
everything.
all of the restaurants just like in Vatican City now. Like they're all just gonna be there.
All right, so the last thing that I'm gonna say from the topic list, there was a story I seen probably like last week. So this kid, 18-year-old kid, gets shot and killed by the cops, right? I think they pulled him on. I don't really remember the story, but I know he was unarmed.
He was in a
he was-
car that they tried to
Yeah.
say was stolen, and it wasn't even stolen.
They supposedly pulled over the car because it was stolen, and then he ran out with a group of friends. And supposedly, he, according to the police report or the police's version of the story, he pulled out a gun at them, and then the cop shot them.
So
Or shot him.
racially profiled.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah, and
But
then-
then the pops came back and killed one of the police
The
officers,
pops
right?
came back, or they invited him over and showed him the video of the footage.
Oh, the body cam.
And obviously, he was distraught by
course.
that because he just saw his son get killed for no reason. And apparently, in the video, they don't even show what the cop was saying.
Really?
Of course.
So
So they didn't
that
have no
pissed him off
sound.
even more. Like, I didn't see my son pull out any weapon. Plus, I don't even know if his son owns a gun, but he was pissed as hell.
but there was no gun on the scene.
There was no gun on the scene. It's just not adding up. So then Pops leaves and shit. Pissed off as hell. I don't know why they let him leave. But yeah, supposedly he came back. Mm-hmm. And then I guess he was like plotting shit, thinking like, man, he's mad as hell. His son just pretty much got killed by a cop who's lying about the shit again. And I think he saw the cop on the street.
Yeah, he seen the cop
He's
on the
seen
street.
the cop on the street, and he just ran him over.
Yeah, I know he killed him, and then they all tried to, you know what I'm saying, intimidate him in
Yeah,
court.
with like 30 of them.
Yeah.
Showed up strong, the blue
And then
shield,
he,
or whatever
but
it's called.
he didn't waver at
stood on
all.
business.
At all.
He stood on
At
business
all.
and stared every one of them in the
Yeah.
face.
Put his chin up and said, "What?"
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I wonder what they gonna do to the cop.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Like always.
Well, he got killed, but I'm saying like, what would they have done anything
No.
for like the, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
they never do because all the aggressive cops in the world, and well, in America at least, look at their track record. They got 20, discrepancy felonies
Yeah.
prior to them
Yeah.
going all the way.
And you see
Unfortunately.
Elon Musk trying to get this dude pardoned, right? The one that was kneeling on
oh yeah, those on George Floyd.
George Floyd's neck.
Elon Musk is another
Chauvin.
clown.
Yeah,
Derek Chauvin.
he almost out though, ain't he?
He quit supposedly Doge now.
No, I'm talking about no. I'm talking about the Chauvin dude. He's almost out. Like he only got like 10 years, I think.
Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's wild, bro. I mean, I don't fault the father in that situation. I know, like, your emotions is running high, and this happens all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time before motherfuckers just get fed up with the shit, and when they see no justice happening, then they want to take justice in their own hands. I will say, man,
That was too early though. He could have waited. He could have waited till justice got served or something.
if I'm gonna go to jail for anything, I'm gonna go to jail for killing the motherfucker that killed my son.
Right.
True.
Like you're gonna see red.
Yeah.
And like, and you said wait till justice gets served, but what's the track record in this country?
When does that ever
You know what I
happen?
mean? And
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's okay, but that father chose to be the karma. You know what I mean? Like you can't always, like I can only imagine how I would see red.
Exactly.
You know what I
So
mean?
he gave his life for his sons. like-
Right. Right.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
sure.
he chose to be the karma instead of letting it try to happen. So,
Exactly. So, like I said, like when I saw it, bro, like I didn't, like I have so much respect for the man. Like I don't, to be honest with you, I don't. Is it bad that I don't see anything wrong with his actions?
Nah, because like if a woman gets raped, right, and then she has a gun there, she sees a gun and she picks it up and she kills her rapist. Nobody's looking at her like she's at fault. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
self-defense,
They
right.
understand the situation. So this is, I kind of look at it in that same regard. You know what I'm saying? This is a father, he just lost his son, probably his everything. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What reason do I got to live for my son can't live?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I get to see you walking around full
Every
of
day.
life. I'm about
Yeah.
to take that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
I'm not saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that it's right. You know what I'm saying? But what is right in this world?
right.
What's right in this world? It's certain things that's like, it tips the balance. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And those is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do, bro? Like, what would you do? What would you do? Think if y'all got kids at the crib, right? What would you do?
Yep.
Man, right now, this kind of takes me back to what I said earlier when I started off. When I was in that accident, it all happened so quickly, and it just kind of went by where I didn't really like have any emotion towards it. Like I almost got killed, but I just kind of rolled with it. Like, oh man, that's dope. I'm not dead. I'm pretty much able to walk still. But when the lieutenant came to talk to me, he picked me up, and shout out to him. He was a cool dude and shit. He took me to get my phone from the car crash, but he asked me how I was doing. And I was like, man, I'm just glad to be alive right now. And he was like, man, I saw the accident. If it was a little bit more to the left, it probably would have been a different story. And that's when it like hit me. It didn't hit me that I almost died, but I started thinking about my daughter. And that's when it hit me. Like, damn, y'all almost took my daughter's father away from her. And that's the only time I actually felt like any emotion of what just happened to me. And it kind of hit me. Before that, like, yeah, I got my family, my mom, my brothers and sisters, all my friends and shit. It was like, okay, I would have been taken out. But the fact that I thought about my daughter, just like me not being with her anymore, was kind of like what hit me harder than any of that other stuff. So to think that somebody did some kind of injustice to her, I would see red too. There's like no turning back from that.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's so much easier for people to think outside of themselves, right? And see a situation and be like, why did you do that? Or you didn't have to do that. Or you just threw your life away. You know what I'm saying? But when you put yourself in that person's shoes, it's easier to imagine like, damn, but if that was my son, damn, but if that was my daughter, what would I do? How would I feel? You know what I'm saying? Because you see people that it don't have to be a cop.
It could be any person.
It could be somebody. People murder people all the time, unfortunately. And it'd be little kids and everything. How you think they feel when they sitting in the courtroom and the guy's right there? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
how often do you see the videos where someone jumps the table to try to get at them?
Yeah.
Because all that flows right back to you. You know, like when it first happens, like I got T-boned last year. Same situation. Like it didn't hit me till like a week later. You have adrenaline, you have shock value, all these things. And then wifey's like, how you doing? And I was like, damn, wow. I don't know. Like I think I'm all right.
Right,
like
yeah.
I'm grateful to be here, but like that was the thing. You know, he was doing like 40. when he hit me. He ran a stop sign. And then I was thinking about, damn, that's a stop sign. Someone could have been crossing there.
Yeah.
You know, and all these
That
different
too.
things start going through your head, you know, because even when that happened to me, I spun around and everybody that was in the intersection just stopped and got out. And like a guy pulled me out of the car. Like my door was jammed. And that's the thing. Dude hit me on the passenger side. I was on my way to go pick up wifey from work. You know what I mean? And it's like
Comes
all that
unexpectedly and shit.
she could have been in the car type thoughts go through your head. And like, luckily the guy was cool because he literally was like, he was all, messed up over it. And he literally said like, I'm on my way to pick up my wife. And I just got back from vacation and his head was still on vacation. Clearly,
Right.
And it's like, I'm grateful, for the same reason. He didn't run. He was there. Like, we got it all figured out. But it's like the bigger picture is like, yo, my wife could have been there.
Yeah.
And that whole side of the car was smashed in.
Yeah.
Like that whole side. And I was running late to go pick her up, and it was just like,
It's one of those journeys that you almost didn't finish and shit.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Thoughts and prayers, man, for sure. And to that father, man, we stand with you. You know what I'm saying? Last thing I'm gonna say before we get up out of here. I got a quick little story time, man. Because we got a guest in, man. So I might as well share. Ever so often, you got to get a little astonished story time in this motherfucker. You dig?
Yeah.
I like these stories.
All right, so bet. Look, it's one time, right? Me, Sin, I got Scheme. A couple of motherfuckers is all planning this trip to go to New York.
Oh, man. Yes.
So the people that's giving us the information, right? Because it's a whole group of us. You know what I'm saying? They say, yo, we're going to pick up everybody from their locations. We're going to come with this big ass bus, right? We're going to pull up in the bus, everybody pile in the bus, and we're all supposed to drive. We're driving to New York.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's that,
Yup.
like a 8-hour drive?
12.
It was like, it was overnight.
Yeah. So
It's
We like-
Pennsylvania. That's the hardest.
Yep.
we like bet. All right, cool. So all of us, we got our luggages and stuff. We make sure we there at the appropriate time.
We all met at my place.
Yup, we met at Sin Crib.
And everybody had 2 pieces of luggage, mind you.
Everybody.
Damn.
All of us.
How long was y'all gone
Well, here's
for?
the thing. Sense came out to shoot music videos.
Okay,
So
so
we had
yeah.
to bring extra clothing. He said bring like 4 or 5 outfits just to bring context
Yeah.
to the story.
Okay, that's why there's so much.
And then I had my DJ, gear with
Which
me.
makes sense, yes.
And we
Absolutely.
stayed there for like a week or something.
We were there for about 5 days.
Yeah, we were there for like 5
Y'all
days.
there for a while then too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we got like events planned up to go over there.
The first
Like,
day that we landed, we had the gig where I met like Breakbeat Lou was there. And
that was a fire event.
That was
too.
awesome.
Was this the first time of any of y'all going to New York?
Yeah, it was my first time.
I went as a kid. So yes, I will say yes because I was an adult at that time.
It was my first time. I was super excited. And don't get me wrong, our time in New York was phenomenal, right? But so now we all sitting there, we waiting for this bus to pull up, and they running behind. So they late.
By like 2 hours.
Yeah,
What
bro.
time were they supposed to pick y'all up?
I mean, it was like maybe like a 2 p.m. situation.
Okay.
So we all pulled up at my place, and even more context, we recorded a song before we left. You remember that?
So y'all was just kind of waiting for the bus to pull up to the crib to come and grab y'all.
Yeah, because it was
basically.
easier to be like,
Yeah.
well, we all record and hang out at my house. Why not just that's the meeting
that's
spot?
a pickup spot,
Yeah,
right.
to save time that whole night. And everyone's rushing. It was like a Friday or whatever the case was. But everyone was rushing to
Yeah.
get there and all that. So
So we there now. We're waiting. We didn't rush to get up over here, and now we waiting. So finally, they're like, "Oh, we about to pull up." So now we all outside, right, with all our bags and shit. So the bus pulls up. The only problem is it's not a bus at all.
nope.
What is it?
It's a minivan, my nigga.
Oh
The classic soccer mom.
How many of y'all was
8.
it?
Bro, and it was like the short body joint.
Yeah.
So we're looking at this thing pull up, and we look at each other like,
Well, we looked past it too. Like, where's the second one? Then we started like plotting, like, all right, who's gonna be in which car? And then we're like,
bro, we sitting there like, oh, when we realized, no, this is it. We're like, bro, we're not gonna fit in this motherfucker, dog.
Do they know
Like,
y'all got 8 people?
yes.
oh, 100%.
They told us a bus was pulling up.
Bro, they
That's false advertising like a motherfucker.
they invited us to do these shows, so they knew exactly who was coming.
So my thing is that the non having the reason of not having a bus have to do with the 2 hours that they were late.
I don't know.
We never even got into
Yes,
that.
we didn't.
Okay.
We were more so thinking,
Hopefully.
who's gonna stay, bro? Like, who's not going? Because
Yeah.
like,
Damn, it turned into the Hunger Games at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah, 'cause-
I think all of us was willing to bow out at that point.
Yeah, we were
Because
all
it's
like, well, we're here.
bro. How are we gonna do this? But we all soldiered up and we're like, let's see if it's even possible.
Yep.
So now we're playing fucking Tetris with the luggages.
Did y'all like decide to like not take 2 pieces of luggage
No,
at any point?
no.
Y'all like the
Yeah,
luggage has to
that's
come.
we
what I'm
had to.
That's not a choice.
We needed it, bro.
We
were there
Tetrised
for-
out. Yeah, we Tetrised out the back of the van, the hatchback, all the way to the ceiling.
They
So
can't
you
even
couldn't
see out the rear view.
back, yeah.
Nothing out the rear view.
All the
Bro.
way to freaking New York.
Yo, dig this, bro.
There's more to it though.
So we pile in this motherfucker, right? I'm like the smallest one in there. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit in the middle, but this middle don't got no seat.
It was the bucket seats in the middle row and then the bench in the back.
All right.
yes. So it don't got no seat there.
So you're sitting on the ground basically.
No,
No.
we end up putting like some luggages right there.
We put a
So-
luggage
okay.
for him to sit on, and someone had a sleeping bag with them, and that was his back support.
So yeah, okay. So you
but
had,
that,
okay.
but that was also right at the knees
of
Yes.
someone else.
of me.
Yeah, I was gonna say it had
Yes.
to be.
Yeah, because
Okay.
everyone had luggage in between them, and like it was, like
So we tight in there.
Yeah.
So we all pile up. We all fit, right? All right, bet. It's gonna be
people in a 6-seater.
It's gonna be an uncomfortable ride, right? But we're cool. We all together. All right, we gonna do this. We start before we drive off. He say, "Oh, I gotta pick up my homegirl Ange 13.
yes,
What? Another person?
yes,
We gotta pick up Ange
Yes.
13.
yes.
Oh, that's
man.
So it was the driver,
that's
which I
bogus,
won't name
bro.
the name, Ange 13, Astonish, myself, Scheme, Sense,
Dubs.
Dubs, and SOL.
damn.
So that's the
SOL was
eight.
there
Yes,
too.
that's the 8.
Bro, we were like, you got a what? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Ange 13. You know I love you. She got a podcast out too. I'll give y'all the name later. I can't remember the name of the podcast, but I just seen that she got a podcast too. I definitely got to check it out. Ange 13, you got to come to the pod too. But so now we go pick up Ange 13. She fit too.
How?
She kept her luggage up front with her.
Yeah, 'cause
She
I'm about to
took the
say
front
you
seat.
ain't even fitting in this
Yeah,
shit.
Right.
she took the front seat and she kept her luggage up there. So boom, now we on our way. Whole time we on the way, bro. We're like, yo, we are flying back, bro.
Yo, the first thing we all did when we got to the crib that we stayed at, shout out to Rebel Diaz because they held us down.
Yes, sir.
But the moment we got there,
The very first thing we did.
I couldn't even put my luggage down. I grabbed my laptop and I was like, cool, we're all buying flights. We're getting flights back.
Get it now. Yeah.
We
Yep.
all bought flights
Yeah.
back, bro. And then the driver, which will remain nameless, he was like, well, if they're buying flights, there's still more room, and y'all don't all have to buy the flights. No,
Nah.
that
Yeah.
experience in coming up here,
Yeah.
I don't even want to remember it, bro.
I will say this though, the driver was an ex semi truck driver.
Oh, so he knew.
drove all night.
Yeah, he
without
went straight
stop.
through.
We,
He
we
drove
made
10
stops
hours.
like pit stops, but like yeah, he just drove straight through. So
That's
like
crazy.
you know, shout out to him for getting us there
he
safely.
did his thing. He did his thing. I don't fault him for that, but like that was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
that was kind of
That was the
crazy.
thing.
But yeah, that was our my first experience in New York.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, and while we were there, we took a little bus drive to Jersey.
Oh my
Where y'all go in
God,
Jersey?
bro.
Where y'all go in Jersey? Newark or something?
Nah, it wasn't Newark.
Nah.
'Cause it was like 15 minutes away. Like 15 to 20 minutes away from
East Orange?
from Manhattan.
Yeah, something off
Right,
the
like
map.
that, like that,
Something
like
off
East
the grid.
Orange, New Jersey.
So we go over there because we had a internet radio station interview.
Yes.
It was the coldest interview I've ever been a part
those
of.
dudes were
bro.
super cool.
So it started off, we're sitting down, we talking like we talking right now, right? They're asking serious questions and stuff, really detailed about our music and things of that nature. Then they're like, okay, y'all stay tuned. We're gonna take a little break. Right. So we're just okay, cooling right now. Bro, the lights turn off. They hit. I see this thing fall down, and I just see smoke coming out of everywhere.
Snap.
And then they got laser lights going around the room. I'm like, wait, what? I thought we on break right now.
Yep.
Bro, so this is happening during the break intermission.
Yep.
And then the lights come back on, and it's like, yeah, this is a smoke break. So
Smoke
they
break.
bring out these bongs, bro.
Yep.
Crazy shit, bro. And then so now we're going like, y'all smoke?
Right.
Yeah, we smoke.
Yes, sir.
We smoke.
Yes, sir.
The second half of that interview when we came back was all like games. They had little
Yes.
games for us to play, bro. And it was like multiple games. So one person to play this game, the next person's playing
forgot
another
about
game.
that.
Bro, it was so insane,
It was
bro.
fun.
And I cannot for the life of me find the video footage to that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even know what their name, the name of the show was or anything. But we got, I mean, they like, it was like, you know, they were asking us like the typical Chicago questions, but then like we were so like intrigued and fathomed by the fact that we could break our hats off over there. We didn't have to worry
Yeah, 'cause
about.
they don't care. That don't matter.
And these guys were like wearing their shit to the right hard, and I'm just like, and like, y'all get away with that? And they're like, yeah, this is
don't
what
mean
it is
shit
over
nowhere.
here.
It's
Yeah.
fashionable over here.
It doesn't mean anything.
It don't
out
mean
there.
nothing, yeah.
But tell them where they sent us though.
Oh, so then we was like, oh man, we trying to eat. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Y'all got any good food recommendations or whatever? Cause we foodies, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So dude, like, yeah, man, it's an ill little taco spot across the street.
Yep.
We're like, I bet it's right there too.
We're
Convenient
parked
as
up
hell.
already,
Cool.
yep.
Right, yeah.
We slide over to the taco spot, man. And they had like all the signs that it was about to be terrible.
Dude.
Bro, they
Every
had
red flag
all
possible.
of the signs, bro.
Every red flag.
And then they were selling elotes in there out the cup.
Strike one.
Bro, we get our food, bro. Go ahead. Sin, you tell this part of the story.
I
man.
mean, I don't even know if I could call it food.
It was that bad.
Bro. So, like, you know, like when meat goes bad, it turns gray.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
every piece of meat came gray.
Oh,
and
that's
then, so here on top of that, we were trying to order like, oh, let me get 2 steak tacos, right?
right.
They didn't know how, like, what that meant.
They don't have steak tacos?
So, right.
What type of establishment was this?
I don't know. But we got sent all the way off.
What,
All
they
the way
ask y'all
off,
for
bro.
beef or something?
No,
Like,
so
y'all say
here,
beef?
so like, you know, let's say we
It was
all order 2
Tex-Mex?
tacos, right? Let's just say for sake of conversation, everyone orders 2 steak tacos.
Right.
They bring out everyone's stuff on one plate.
yes,
it
it
was-
was crazy, bro.
And then on top of that, nothing was correct.
no, not a thing.
The meat was just horrible.
They had
I
tongue
mean,
tacos mixed with steak tacos.
not even. I
Right.
mean, it was
Brain tacos.
Who knows what kind of meat it even was?
Right.
To be honest, but like we all like maybe ate like a bite of it, and then we're like, yeah, we're leaving, and we just walked out. We never even paid because
Oh,
like
snap. Yeah,
it was
damn.
that bad.
that bad.
And none of us are like that.
Yeah,
mind
no,
you.
no,
Like
of
for the
course.
record, like none of us are like that. We pay for ours, but like. We all just collectively were like, I think we should just leave, bro. This is just
Because it was overall, the food was a bad experience. The customer service
oh,
was
they hated
bad.
us. They hated us.
They got all our orders wrong, bro. And it was like after such a dope experience with that we just had, and y'all gave us this terrible ass recommendation.
that was the craziest part.
Well, New York got great fine dining, but regular food, not so much. Like, I haven't heard like New York being known for tacos.
But that was Jersey
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
I'll tell you,
Like,
let's
that
not
was
put
in
it on
Jersey.
That was Jersey,
yeah.
so we're not gonna put that on New York.
The
Okay.
first spot that we landed at though, when we got there after we bought our plane tickets, we went to the Dominican spot.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
Now here's the
Motherfuckers
thing.
got mofongo and all type of shit.
They forgot like one thing that somebody ordered, and to recoup from that, they brought us like 5 dishes for free.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Yeah.
And we all ate the shit out of everything.
Oh,
with
yeah.
a show coming up in 2 hours, we all went back to the hotel with the itis of
Yeah, I
itis.
would have fell
Yes.
asleep. Like,
And
you know
all
what?
of us were on
Yes.
stage that night just like, oh, this is hard, bro. This is so difficult. But it was so worth it. Like that Dominican food. And that ended up being like one of the like most famous Dominican spots in the South Bronx. Because that's where we were staying. We were in the
Oh, you
South
know what? And
Bronx, yeah.
I was told though that like Like it's some famous Dominican
Oh,
spots.
bro, that was
in the Bronx.
incredibly good.
It's where you want to go get your
still
Dominican
like
food.
the best mofongo I think I've ever had.
Yeah, it was terrific. It
Incredible
was terrific.
food, man.
Shout out to New York, man. One thing that y'all got that I wish we implemented here was y'all rooftop vibes. It's unlike anything else.
It really is.
Yeah, Chicago got some dope rooftops. Though.
do.
No, but they have them in their apartment buildings, dog. Like, it's everything's like fucking downtown Chicago over there. Like,
I feel like downtown New York is outdated. Like you could tell it's from like the 1930s. Like all the skyscrapers in downtown New York, if you go inside of them, they're like outdated as hell.
But we were looking at like, Mobb Deep's project housing and from the rooftop and calling it out. And like, that's what it was. We would get up in the morning, make coffee, go out there, have the wake and bake and just kick it on the roof.
Was this resurgence of Brooklyn or after?
This is before gentrification.
Yeah, this is pre-gentrification.
Yeah.
This was
way pre.
Yeah, this was way before that.
Yeah,
like
because we even went to the Brooklyn Bridge and shit like that.
Probably like 2012, 2013 era.
Okay.
Like
That
we were
makes
all
sense.
just like really like catching a vibe together and like, all right, we're gonna just move as a unit.
Yeah. That was solid, man.
Shout out to that New York trip.
I had to tell that story. Sen will also be back on other pods because I got mad more story. I got the beer nuts story. What's that? Beer nuts? What is it called? Beer? What's
Yeah. The
the
beer nuts.
Yeah. We'll
man.
save some of them. We'll save some of
So
them.
we're gonna save some.
Yeah, we'll save some. But obviously, y'all know this is gonna be a two-parter. And if y'all made it to this one, this is the second part.
This is why I'm supposed to keep track of time.
So you obviously know this gonna be the two-parter. You dig? You know what I'm saying? But we want to thank our special guest co-host. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
DJ Sen, man. Give it up for him one time, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Sen, and before I do the outros and stuff, just let them know like your social media handles where they can find you at.
Everything's under Scendsei Music, SCENDSEI Music. Send is originated as scratch and blend, the two fundamentals of any proper DJ. And actually, quick plug if I may.
Yes, sir.
I'm actually really excited to be releasing my first instrumental project. Fully produced, yeah. So shout out to the homie Scheme. He actually, I was working with him a lot in the studio. We're still making music low key, and he was like, I sent him a folder, and he's just like, yo, you know what? This batch right here would be great as an instrumental thing. So I listened to it again, and I, as of a couple years ago, got back into playing guitar again.
Okay.
So I went back to all those beats, and I'm like, I have to do something outside of just sampling.
Yeah.
So I have guitar playing on every song. at
Oh, that's
some point.
nice, bro.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
fire.
sir.
So it's called the Let's Cruise EP.
Nice.
I love it.
And it's a two-parter. It's Let's Cruise the Sunrise and Let's Cruise the Sunset.
I love
is
it.
dope.
And it's very involved with the power of the sun and how everyone is people of the sun and how it energizes us. And shout out to my homie Noe, the man that taught me Pro Tools and a lot of other things. He mastered the whole project. I produced, composed, and mixed the whole project. Shout out to Ivan Rodriguez, Chicago Lago. He did my cover art for that. And there's two pieces, the sunrise and the sunset. So yeah, it's mastered right now. And once me and Scheme link back up, we're gonna get that on the platforms through Loop Theory.
What date? What you got a date for it yet?
No, we both been kind of dealing with life things right now, just kind of recoup on that. But once we get back together, we'll announce that. But everything's ready, and I'm
excited.
super stoked because I've been wanting to kind of get myself out there with that for a long time. So, everyone that I've played it for had kind of the same sentiments where it feels meditational.
Damn.
So I'm very with that.
You sent that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it. It's definitely dope. So y'all gotta stay tuned for that. Check him out because man, this dude got dope production as well, bro. Like
Thank
I'm
you.
telling you,
Thank you.
You are not a jack of all trades. You're a master of all the trades
I
that I've
appreciate
seen
that.
you in. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So definitely check him out. Like I said, he'll pop back up in the podcast. You know what I'm saying? You know how we like to rotate some of the guest co-hosts. We want it to be someone that y'all are familiar with. You know what I'm saying?
And real quick, not to cut you off, but I want to thank all of y'all for having me.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure.
Sharing space is a real thing out here, man. You know, and like being able to be honest in front of your homies
Yes,
and like
sir.
just be truthful and, you know, open your heart in a certain way. It means a lot. So
And this was coming. This was.
I know we're
this
friends,
was gonna
but like
happen anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've been a fan of this since I saw the first episode that he dropped, and you didn't even hit me up about it.
Yeah,
you weren't
yeah.
like, "Yo, check out this pod." Like, nah, man, I saw that you had a podcast, and I was like, immediate, yes, download, and I'm subscribe, ring the bell, all that. Like,
nice,
I did
nice.
that, so like, I'm a fan first and foremost, and I'm glad to finally meet you because you're the only person I didn't know, Javy. So, shout out to Speed, shout out to Reap. Missed y'all homies. See you guys soon. But man, this was dope. Like this is therapy. This is absolute
Man,
therapy
it truly
for me.
is, man.
100%. So I'm honored and thank you guys for sharing space with me
Oh,
today.
no
man.
problem,
You already
brother.
know.
No problem. No thanks necessary, bro. You family. You already
Yeah.
know it.
Yes,
you know what
sir.
I'm saying? So
you
these,
here regardless.
these doors is always open for you. You
Right
know what
on.
I'm saying?
Appreciate
But
that.
for all of y'all watching, you already know what this is. The Astonishingly Odd Podcast. If you're watching us on YouTube, I'm going to remind y'all to like, share, subscribe. If you listen to us on audio platforms, or if you didn't realize we on audio platforms, we are on anything you got available. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Deezer. I ain't even know about Deezer, but guess what? We on it.
Oh, snap.
We own it, you know what I'm saying? So check us out. Once again, I go by the name of Astonish.
Javy the 1J Envy.
Hey, man, y'all know, man. Packers party with Diddy, bro. No Chris Hill, man.
Scendsei music in the building.
And we'll catch y'all next week. Stay right here. Stay tuned. Keep watching. We love y'all. You already know. Peace.
Peace.
Astonishingly Odd Podcast.